The Job Scheduler feature automates tasks related to data management. It allows you to schedule and execute jobs for automatically importing data from external systems or exporting data from the application to external systems. To create a new job, click the Create New button. A new dialog will appear, consisting of the following 3 sections. Job information. This section contains general information about the job, including its type, name, and description. Schedule settings. Here you can specify parameters for the schedule, such as the start time, end time, repeat interval, and the number of repeats. Job parameters. This section allows you to define specific parameters related to the particular type of job. This part of the dialog remains consistent for each job type you choose. Type. Select the type of job you wish to create. The currently supported job types are Import questions from QTI package, Pearson View results import Pearson View results into the application, Store media on file system, Question version activation, periodically checks for scheduled question versions to activate. Old question versions will become inactive upon activation. Test integrity check, periodically checks for tests with breached integrity. The job log will indicate which tests have been breached and in which question pools there are insufficient questions. Remark results import. Export data. Import Swiss users. Import data. Remove notifications. Assign authorizations automatically. Export test results with pool breakdown. Name. Provide a name for the job. Description. Optionally enter a job description. This part of the dialog is the same for each job, regardless of the type you choose. Start time. Specify the initial execution time by selecting a start time. If the chosen start time is in the past, the first execution will occur next time according to the schedule, considering the repeat interval if the job repeats, or will only occur if the job repeats. Repeat. Check this option to schedule the job to repeat periodically in equal time intervals after the start time. If unchecked, the job will execute only once at the start time. To create a new and import data job, follow these steps. Resource. Choose the type of data to import. Integrate external data into the application using CSV files or the SFTP server. This functionality imports various data including users, tests, testing sessions, session candidates, location. Select the location from which the files with data will be imported. Choose File System to import data from the server's File System folder. Choose an SFTP server to import data from files in the SFTP server folder. For the SFTP server, additional parameters have to be specified. Folder. Enter the absolute path to the folder in the selected location from which you wish to import files. File names. Specify the regex expression to match the names of the files to import from the folder. File type. Supports only CSV format. Modified only. Check this option to import only files created or modified after the previous job execution, or leave it unchecked to import all files from the folder, satisfying the file name's regex expression. Delimiter. Enter the character to separate entries in the CSV file. For instance, the delimiter could be vertical bar or skip lines. Enter the number of lines in the CSV file to skip before reading. Usually, it is set to 1 to skip the first line, which represents the header. Resource. Choose the data type to export. Currently, only the test results option is available. Modified only. Check this option to export only records created or modified after the previous job execution. Otherwise, all records will be exported. Location. Choose the location from which the files with data will be imported. Choose the file system to export the file to the folder located on the server's file system. Choose the SFTP server to export the file to the SFTP server folder. For the SFTP server, additional parameters have to be specified. Folder. Enter the absolute path to the folder in the chosen location to export data to. File name. Input the prefix for the export file's name. The exported file will follow this format: file name, timestamp, file type extension. Note: the format includes placeholders like file _name, timestamp, and file type extension. File type supports only CSV format. Delimiter. Enter the character to use for separating entries in the CSV file. For instance, the delimiter could be some of these characters. To create a new export test results with pool breakdown job, provide the following data. Location. Choose the location from which the files with data will be imported. Choose the file system to export the file to the folder located on the server's file system. Choose the SFTP server to export the file to the SFTP server folder. For the SFTP server, additional parameters have to be specified. Folder. Enter the absolute path to the folder in the chosen location to export data to. This job enables you to remove old notifications from the system by specifying their age. When you select the Remove Notifications type, you'll be prompted to specify the age of notifications to be removed, ranging from 1 to 6 months. Location. Select SFTP server. Host. Enter SFTP server hostname. Port. Enter SFTP server port. Username. Enter the username of the SFTP server user. Password. Enter the password of the SFTP server user. Test connection. Verify entered parameters with a connection test. The remaining options are consistent across all job types.